The Old Town in Wrocław is the oldest part of the left bank Wrocław, originating from the 13th century. It is surrounded by the city moat, a remnant of the complex system of fortifications, largely based on natural and artificial sections of the Oder River and the Ilawa River flowing into it. The green belt along the moat is called the Old Town Promenade. The center of the Old City is the historic market square, with numerous kamienice, the Old and New Town Hall. There is a number of historic landmarks in its vicinity, such as the Salt Market, St. Elizabeth of Hungary Church, St. Mary Magdalene Church, and numerous monuments. In the northern part of the Old Town can be found the main campus of the Wrocław University with the University Square, and on the opposite, southern side, lies the famous Quarter of the Four Denominations. The Church of Saints Hedwig and Clara next to Nankiera Square is the mausoleum of many rulers of Silesia, including Henry III, Henry V, Henry VI, and Anne of Bohemia. Old Town is one of Poland's official National Historic Monuments, as designated September 16, 1994 in the first round. Its listing is maintained by the National Heritage Board of Poland. The Old Town is part of the city's administrative district, which is also named Stare Miasto, although it covers a wider area than the Old Town itself. History. The oldest part of Wrocław is Ostrów Tumski, which has been inhabited at least since the 9th century, and the accompanying estates on the right and left bank of the Oder River were soon established. Already in the 12th century, there was a market square on the left bank of the river. The areas north of today's Nankier Square and Uniwersytecka Street belonged to the prince's domain and were not part of the later founding city. The PS dukes settled Jews there, founded monasteries, and had their own manors. In the 13th century, the town was under Magdeburg law, and there are conflicting opinions of scientists about the order of spatial development of the town. Scarce information is provided by various records of foundations, consecrations of parish churches, as well as archaeological excavations. The first locations were made during the reign of Henry the Bearded, probably after 1212. Two settlements established on the orthogonal geometrical grid were created in this way, those called Skultatas in 1214 and Civitas Ratislaviensis in 1226, and the Novum Forum existing since around 1230. Probably the former occupied the area in the area of Piaskowa, St. Catherine, Witt Stewish, and Latin streets, while the latter was around the square known today as Rynok. The jurisdictional boundaries of the settlements were most probably determined by today's Shevska Street. Another hypothesis says that with the establishment of today's Market Square, the city was delimited within the Fossa River, which still exists today, and later it was temporarily reduced. During the Mongolian invasion in 1241, the settlements were destroyed and rebuilt by relocation, joining them into one city and surrounding a defensive perimeter running in the line of today's Trasa WZ. Probably the connection of the previously delimited towns caused a disturbance of the geometric grid between the Market Square and Nowy Targ. Already in 1261, the city was expanded to a new, external fossa, and in 1263 an independent new city was established, incorporated into the main city in 1327. Small extensions of the city area took place when the fortifications were extended. It was only in connection with the decision to demolish them in 1808 that Wrocław was extended beyond the Old and New Town. During World War II, the Old and New Town was severely damaged. During the reconstruction, the emphasis was placed, for ideological reasons, on the preservation of objects from the Gothic era, i.e. from the times of the Piast rule. Many more damaged but newer buildings were demolished in order to obtain bricks. Apart from the Gothic churches, the reconstruction was first focused on the area of the Market Square, aiming to restore the state from the early 19th century. Nowadays, both former towns have the status of the Old Town Osiedle, which also includes Ostrów Tumski and the complex of Eastern Oder Islands. Important sites, museums and theaters. Many renowned points of interest in the Old Town include numerous art galleries as well as departments of the city museum such as the Royal Palace, the Old Town Hall, Henryk Tomaszewski Theatre Museum, as well as the Archaeological Museum in the Arsenal. There are also the Pharmacy Museum, Museum of Pan Tadeusz, Lubomirski Museum and Ossolineum, Museum of Architecture, and Museum of the University of Wrocław. Two major theaters are also located there, the Wrocław Puppet Theatre, and the most famous Wrocław Opera. Churches, parish churches and auxiliary city churches, St. Adalbert, later Dominican Monastery St. Mary Magdalene, formerly St. Andrew, Parish Church, after 1526 Protestant, now a Polish Catholic cathedral, burial site of Henry II Street Elizabeth, formerly St. Lawrence, Parish, after 1526 Protestant, now Catholic again St. Barbara, after 1526 Protestant, since 1963 Orthodox Cathedral Street Christopher's Church, after 1526 and now Protestant monastic complexes Cathedral of St. Vincent and St. James, the Franciscans, later the Norbertins, now a Greek Catholic Cathedral Church of St. Clare and St. Hedwig, Poor Clares, later Ursuline Street Maciej Church, Hospitallers St. Agnes Church. Hospitallers. Destroyed Corpus Christi Church. St. John's Church. Church of St. Stanislaus, St. Dorothea and St. Wenceslas. Augustinian Hermits. Later Franciscans Church of St. Anthony. Franciscans, then Elizabethans and then Salesian Church of the Name of Jesus. Jesuit Street Catherine's Church. Dominican. Other sites. Residences. Imperial Castle. Demolished Royal Palace. White Stork Synagogue. Wrocław Opera University with the old library. Wrocław Market Hall. Barish Brothers Department Store.